is going on, everybody? Hello, hello, hello. It is so good to see you on this fine Thursday morning. Oh man. Oh man, oh man, oh man. We're coming up to the end of August. We have about a week left in August, and yeah, I'm all hyped out. Like I just don't even care anymore. I don't know when anything's coming. I don't know what's going on. I've been having fun playing some Parallel, so that's been cool. And Darkside's been trying to get me into a bunch of other games, which has been a lot of fun. But I don't know. I'm in a weird headspace right now, hence the title. So I don't know. I'm hoping you guys can either hype me up or join me in my kind of blahness, I suppose. So let's see who we got in the house. We got Wibble Wee, Garut. Good morning. Happy Thursday to you. Renier Games. What is going on? Osku, happy Thursday. It's good to see you guys here. I hope y'all are excited for the weekend ahead. I know I am. I'll give you a heads up right now. I will not be streaming Sunday, so I apologize. I know we're not going to have our usual Sunday tournaments, but maybe the next week. Yeah, next weekend is like Labor Day, so I believe I should be free that weekend or that Sunday. So yeah, it's been a weird kind of like couple of days here. We're all just kind of like waiting on the edge for any kind of announcement, which may or may not come. But I appreciate I was going to call him War Chief, but that's his name now. So War Chief Farpetrad. Oh, somebody just sent me a DM. What's this about? Recently limitations left on. Okay. Thank you for that, IC Flow. Hold on, let me just run real quick. Expected. All right. So I appreciate that Farpetrad has been, staying engaged with everybody in Mav chat and the LAN channel on Discord. But from what I'm understanding, they don't have it yet live on Mav server. He's going to try and get it live on Mav server before he goes on vacation for, I believe, next week. Which tells me that there's no way that this is coming. It's not going to be live in August. Again, that's just my speculation. And I'm not even trying to be like, I'm just trying to be realistic about it. I'm not trying to be salty. It's just, if I was the team, the smart thing to do, if I was the team, is to not have it go live while your lead developer is on vacation. So in a way, that's kind of my expectation now, is that we'll get it on Mavs and we'll have like a week and a half, maybe, or over a week to play with it on Mavs and see what it's like, which LAN is going to be somewhat extensive, so maybe that'll be enough time. But yeah, I would feel uncomfortable next week if it went live and he was on vacation, because if anything broke, it's like never mind, we're just going to take it back down until he comes back. I don't know. That's just my thought right now. And this is me trying to look out for the situation rather than just be like, oh no, it's not coming till whatever. All right. So Supreme Victory Network, I'm on the same page. I don't know what's going on anymore. I'm kind of looking around the room like, hey, wait, I don't recognize all these people at this party. Am I at the right party? Yeah, it's a weird feeling. Elisios, glad to see I'm not the only one in that mood. Good day to you, Elisios. Glad to have you here. Yeah, it's been a weird couple of months. I don't know. Maybe if Land 1.5 isn't ready to be announced at Town Hall, they shouldn't have a Town Hall at all. So I'm hopeful for a Town Hall on Monday that has Matt, who can talk more about Secret of Praetoria, because nobody gives a damn about research tokens. I mean, sure, you got some people who are like, we're gonna go and with our extra things, but I feel like most people are gonna go for grain and for SPS, right? Especially at the beginning. So I just want to know, what the timeline is for Secret of Praetoria benefits or research token benefits. And I'm hoping, we haven't had Matt on in like 2 months, so I'm hoping that he'll be there to actually talk about some of the stuff. Whether LAN is going live or not in August, I hope that he's there just to like kind of add to the hype. I don't know, but I can see. Let's see, because what sucks is that the following weekend is a holiday weekend here in the US. So I'm looking at the calendar separately. It's not on screen, but if we just see, okay, so the 29th is the last maintenance window for August. Now, we could get it on the 5th, but September 4th is a holiday here in the US. So I don't know if that's going to throw things off. But yeah. Maybe they do, because if you remember in July, we had the 4th of July thing on like Tuesday. The holiday was on the Tuesday, so they pushed the maintenance window to the Thursday. So I'm actually going to go with this. It's not going to be mid-September. I think we may get it. We could get land exactly 2 weeks from today, September 7th. Because if it goes on Mav sometime this weekend or early next week while Farpetrod is on vacation, then he gets back. Actually, I have no idea when he gets back. But if they put it on the 7th, that'll have like 2 full work days, the 5th and 6th, after the holiday. That would give him some time to go in and fix any bugs or things that Mavs may have found. That's my guess. But we shall see. So, hey, maybe we have a date. I don't know. There's so many times you can hype the same project, then delay it, then rehype it, and so on. Yeah, people. Yeah, so okay, this is the biggest fear I have about Splinterlands right now. And I think you've seen it over the last couple of months with people leaving, right? It's here, okay, because what causes people to leave, right? It's not that they're angry necessarily, because a lot of people talk shit, right? A lot of people blow smoke and they're just like, oh yeah, this game's like, but you know what? They're here every week, throwing FUD in the Discord. They're making comments here. They're making comments on the on the town hall. So it's not people who are angry, because people who are angry want to see something, or they just want to see the world burn, but still they care. It's when people stop giving a shit. That's the important thing, that they start leaving. And so I don't know, I'm just saying, I don't like this feeling of meh, and I'm seeing it all around. And again, like, you know, so here's an important thing with that I'll share from like my conversations with Darkest Night, right? And he's like really, really big into this right now, which it's like he keeps looking around at other games. Sorry, Darkest Night. He keeps looking around at the games. He's like checking all these things out. And his whole thing is like, well, if land was out, I wouldn't be so bored. I'd be looking at other games. And I don't think that's necessarily fair. I mean, I love Darkest Night. I don't think that's necessarily fair, but I get his point. You know, so it's the apathy, the general, like, yeah, whatever, you know, stuff's going to come whenever. But yeah. Icy Flow, what's going on? Land Schmand, I might care if I was a land whale, but I'm not, and I don't. Yeah, but I just want, you know, it's like at this point, you're right. I don't even care about land. I just want it to be done so we can go back to focusing on other things within the game. There's been like, no, this is me being, I don't want to be unfair. We have had major releases, right, over the summer. We did get the SPS staking requirement. That was cool. We did get the no bot modern. That was cool too. Both of those happened in July. I don't know if we've gotten anything significant in August, because we've just been waiting for land. But it's like that combined with I mean the tower defense stuff. A lot of people are apathetic about that too. I'm just happy that I can continue to get my SPS drops from there, but I really, really don't like the I really don't like the idea of like rewarding people beforehand. Like we've been printing 1 million SPS for land. For tower defense. We've been printing 6.25 million SPS for land since December. We've been printing 3.75 or 3.5 million SPS for node licenses since last September. So this is coming up to like a year now. And none of these are working products. So therefore, people don't have to do anything in order to receive that. There's no work being done. There's no value being added or created in the game economy. So it's like, okay, we've had 11 million SPS extra for the past. We'll just say since the beginning of the year, right? So 8 months. So that's almost like 100 million SPS. 100 million or 88 million SPS, right? But you can go back to December. So it is over 100 million SPS. 100 million SPS that has just been printed and added to the ecosystem. And then you look at SPS now and wonder why, like, there's just why there's so much there. So, you know, my hope is for the future, we don't see stuff just printed or rewards given out ahead of time. Because the same thing with GLG, right? Like, oh, I was so upset when they added like the extra 15 million to give rewards out there. It's like, sure, okay, pack holders, you want to reward them, you gave them a little bit, but it's like, just make people wait. I mean, it's a double-edged sword, because then everybody's going to be coming in and saying when, but everybody's doing it anyway. Seeing the release of GLG and how absolute garbage this game was, and everyone pretending it's fine while the room was on fire, make me very ready for a major deception on land and to be underwhelmed. Oh, so I'm going to disagree with you on that, Elysios. I actually think GLG still has plenty of potential. Yeah, it doesn't look, it's not going to draw in, massive gamers and, mass adoption off the bat. But I like the fact that it's very different from Splinterlands. And I think that there's some potential there. But again, it's like GLG, like we're a year into this project now, right? They sold packs last September, or no, never mind. They announced it a year ago, but I don't think they sold packs until October. And so it's just like, yeah, I mean, the development for it, they're going to get the beta out. I think I heard Chatter saying on a Twitter space or X space, whatever you want to call it. They're going to get the beta out hopefully within the next month or so. So I'm assuming sometime in September, but the iterations of what they'll need to continue to build on it, I don't know if that game is going to look the way that they're hoping it'll look, or that what they're building up to until sometime next year. But I do like the game mechanics. I think it's interesting. It's just, yeah, beta was cool. It came out, and now it's like there's nothing else to it. So I want to see skills. I want to see all of the other, skills, rewards, all the other things added in before I make any kind of, firm judgment on if it's a game that I really want to play or not. But so far, it's not terrible. Sorry, its potential is not terrible. Blockchain projects, what is going on? Yes, it's more dream talking. We are beyond that now. We need 1.5 out. Best way to not being disappointed is to remove all type of hype and hope for the worst. Hope for the worst? You mean prepare for the worst? Icyful is calling you an eternal pessimist. Start playing Palia and chilling. Yeah, I know. I think I need. To Darkest Night's point, I do think I need another game in my life, which is why I decided to join him with Parallel, because he was getting super hyped about it. And like for me, like gaming, I've said this before, like I'm not like a hardcore gamer, right? I like certain things, and Splinterlands has definitely been something that I'm surprised that I've been playing for the past 2 years now, almost 2 years. But most games is just like in and out. I'll play it for a bit, but the part of gaming that I've come to enjoy now, at least at this phase of my life, is something that's social. So it's like if other people, if I'm just going to go play it on my own in, in my basement or something, I don't think that's going to happen. But if there's other people playing stuff, I enjoy the social aspect of it. And part of the social aspect is actually the streaming part, right? Because that has made gaming somewhat more social over the past decade. I do the same. I look for other games. Sorry, but if you're not able to deliver, someone else will. Yeah, I again, and this is not Splinterlands related, but like I just think that the next year is going to be very, very exciting, because a lot of these games that are in beta or alpha, they're going to launch, and there's going to be some cool stuff. And this is not to say that I'm not trying to compare this to Splinterlands, although ultimately it will be. But I think it's just going to be an exciting time in crypto gaming again over the next couple of months, over the next year, we'll call it, as we lead up into the bull run. Sorry, as we lead up into the Bitcoin halving. So I don't know. I'm personally excited, and that's part of the other reason that it's just like, oh, let's see what's available. 100% with you on that. Don't award people for holding assets. Yeah. Carlo, what's going on? Good afternoon. Virus is in the house. What's going on, Virus? Hi, Beaker. Lucius, as more DeFi passive income than a game anymore until they can get back on track. No, there's a game there, guys. Let's be fair. There is a game with Splinterlands, and I would argue that the game, at least modern, has gotten much more of a pleasant experience, because I feel like I'm playing against people that I know all the time now, which is much more enjoyable to that part of the game. What I think we're really lacking is awesome competitive events that get people excited, and so that's part of like why I try to do tournaments here regularly. But personally, and I've said this before, I think Splinterlands is spending the. What's down there? I think. Well, see, and this is it's not Splinterlands, even though Splinterlands did decide it, but it's our responsibility now. What the hell is going on? Sorry, guys. It's our responsibility now, because all this SPS comes from the DAO, right? So we should be deciding how that SPS is split between tournaments. And I've said this before, I personally don't like the anytime tournaments. They are so boring to me. It's not head to head. There's no excitement. You just go and you play a bunch of games on your own time, which I understand there's a value there. But it's like, then you come back and you see how many games you've won, and then whoever's won the most game gets that SPS. Like, that's not exciting to me. I genuinely believe if we were giving out SPS and at the quantities that are being given out, right? Some of these tournaments have like hundreds of thousands of dollars in them. If we were doing that, but it was like a weekly basis, and you had the team or someone from the team streaming regularly, where it's just like, hey, all right, we're doing our tournaments today. Here's and they can stagger the time so it's not the same every week. Like, to me, that's more exciting, because what are people doing now? They're just farming tournaments. And you compound that by adding like the battle helper issue on top of tournaments, right? So not only are like all the rewards going to the top holders within the game, like alpha, beta, alpha gold foils, all of those. You also have it so that if you're not using battle helper or some kind of or bot or whatever, you are at a significant disadvantage. So people have checked out of tournaments. I mean, I'm still doing it because it's cheap. It's essentially free for me to play. I put in 4 SPS, and as long as I can win like a couple of games, I get 20 back. Yeah, that's cool. But man, it'd be so much more exciting if I was there and it's just like, oh, this week I want to beat Virus because he knocked me out last week, or this week, you know what I mean? Like, that would add so much more value to the game, in my humble opinion. It's just it takes a redefining of what tournaments are. And I do believe we are in a place now within the game that we can do that. Ranked play for Modern showed that we do not have match liquidity issues. Get us something like a Friday Night Magic, right? Or a Friday Night Magic, where it's just like, do these events regularly. And I don't know, there could be something there. Shoot, I mean, I would stream every day the tournaments, because it would be fun to like host them and like talk through it and all that. But obviously we don't have like the same kind of resources, because we have to, for me, it's just like the rewards come from people, generous viewers on the channel, right? People that are supporting the channel and want to give back. We're not printing the SPS out of thin air like the DAO is. So it'd be awesome to have that as an asset. Rift Summoner, what's up? I'm also tired of land hype. For me, land is insert credit card, purchase monster, stake monsters, DC, set it and forget it. Yeah. Yeah. I don't disagree. Rift Summoners, you're in a good mood today. All right, please let that be infectious. Let it be contagious. I want to be in a good mood. Exotic Creations, what's happening? Licios is an automated DeFi protocol, at least where bots are allowed at the moment. Land is a money trap. Yeah. Once land goes live, I feel like people are going to start dumping their plots because they were just holding them to collect the SPS airdrop. That's another significant thing that could happen too. If now you have to work for that SPS and you're not going to be able to get, much of it. Land on other games are free and actually earn you something. Same thinking, Supreme Victory Network. So what else is everybody playing? I know there's Stella Fantasy out there. Mobile just went live, so I need to go download that. I think so too. Their products won't be worth the money you put into land. Well, the thing is, land 1.5. Here's the issue that we're running into with land 1.5. It was meant to be a band-aid, right? Just a stopgap solution so that land could start doing something. But really, the game opens up so much more once you have like the 50 plus resources in land 2.0. But I think what everybody's like coming to the sober reality of is now is just like, land point 1.5 really is just a stopgap solution. There's only 3 things that you can do. You can't necessarily even do anything with the research tokens that you get. SPS is just SPS, right? And there's no like diversity of like trying to collect resources for anything really. And so that is compounded by the fact that we were expecting it in June. It got delayed now. So now everybody's being extra salty about land next year, or 2.0 in 2024. I know that I'm saying like I want it because I'm expecting delays. I want it in by this time next year or by the end of Q2. But I trust Farpatron. I mean, he's talking about the fact that they laid out a lot of foundations, like the staking of monsters, staking of DEC, all that stuff is done now. So I think for them to have the Q1 timeline, if they can hit that, that'd be freaking sweet. But it is going to be a rough 4 months from when land goes live to when land 2.0 comes out, or I guess 4 to 6 months. All right, Dragon, what's going on? Nice to catch you this morning. Hope all is well for everyone. I hope you're doing well too, Dragon. Yeah, GLG is done for me. I wanted to give it a try, but this is simply unacceptable. We're in 2023. As gamers, we need to stop accepting bad games just because they are Web3, in my opinion. Did anybody here buy like a ton of packs? I'm just curious because it's like, if somebody bought like a ton of packs and they're like super invested in the game, I want to know what your thoughts are and what your time preference is, right? Like, are you willing to wait until 2024, 2025 for the game to really hit the next level? Somebody posted in the GLG Discord this morning. I think it was like $6 in volume over the last week. Sorry, not the last week, the last 24 hours. All right, the Splatterlands team has enough lore to make 20 games, and they make a soccer game with 7 players. Well, that was from a partnership. Although I would love to see. Well, I wonder how the double coconut thing is going to impact partnerships in the future. Because I agree with you. I mean, I think Creative Team's done a fantastic job creating all this like lore. I would love to see so many more games within the Splinterlands ecosystem. But obviously the team does not have the bandwidth to add on more things. I mean, even still, look at this. Like, we've been talking about battle pass and game modes for how many months now? And, we're just getting bottlenecked with land, which means that once we start working on other game modes or battle pass, land 2.0 is going to get the, a little bit of the back burner. So the point of what I'm trying to say is when we, if there is another studio that approaches Splinterlands, I hope that there's some kind of learning experience for them with Double Coconut, where we can actually have solid partners that deliver the game in a timely manner and communicate what they say they're going to communicate. Your comment about land from Lantry helped me reset. I'm just a participant. I just want to be there. Much healthier mindset than optimize. Yeah, I mean, I think land is going to be a long game, Brandon. So glad that was reshifting your perspective there. From the beginning, right? I never wanted to be like a major landholder. Like, I bought my first plot for $500. My second plot was about $500 too. But I bought my first plot for $500. And I was like, I don't care what the price of it is. I don't care if it goes up or if it falls. I just want to be a participant. This is back in 2021, right? It was like, I just want to play the land game. I just want to have at least a single plot to move forward in the game and be a participant there. So don't get me wrong, I'm still having a huge skin in the game, and I believe in the economy, but those delays are simply what will kill the game. Looks like Xbot Battle Helper soon to be back in brawls, tournaments, and ranked. Sad face from Virus. You know what, Virus? I say this as somebody who has never used Xbot Battle Helper or Xbot. Nothing against Tyler. But I actually am totally fine with that. I'm totally fine with it because he removed it voluntarily before terms of service were implemented, and we immediately saw that all of the other battle helpers, or the private battle helpers or bots, were not doing the same thing. Now we know, right? Bubkey, and I'm not trying to call him out. I'm just like, he said this publicly, right? He said that he will remove it once the terms of service are implemented, right? And I know there's like one or two other private battle helpers that people talk about, but we won't name them here. But Bubkey said he'll remove it when it is when the terms of service are changed. I don't see anything wrong with Xbot doing the same. I mean, I thought it was honorable for Siler to take that stand early on, but having talked kind of indirectly with him over the past couple of weeks, I know he's getting a lot of heat from his community about it. I know there's just a lot of heat in general around the fact that, well, now the battlefield is, or the field is uneven once again. And so, yeah, I mean, I don't think he ever should have turned it off. I don't think he ever should have turned it off until the terms of service. Like, there's nothing, I don't hold anything like against him in that way. If he had just kept it on the entire time, yeah, sure. Some people are going to look at it and be like, oh, well, he's reversing the decision. And he absolutely is. But he's facing a lot of pushback too, which again, I'm trying to be empathetic of, but in the grand scheme of things, this is part of the issue. It's just when you remove the public stuff, right? When you remove the people who are have it publicly available, it's anybody who's able to get it privately is going to succeed. So I'm hopeful that the team has ways of actually implementing a battle helper block. I don't know what that's going to look like. I'm not technical enough, but until terms of service are updated, yeah, it sucks. It sucks, and it's gonna kill morale for sure. But I think morale is already kind of dead just because people saw how prevalent it was when the private ones weren't there. At least if you know that you can go and get this public service, right, and that is publicly available. I don't know. And don't get me wrong, guys. We're between a rock and a hard place here. So the most important thing for this situation is for the terms of service to be updated as quickly and as efficiently as possible. Weirdbeard said it's not going to be implemented without enforcement. So we'll have to see what that looks like. We'll have to see how long enforcement takes, and we'll have to see how long land ends up being a bottleneck for literally everything else in the game right now. All right, so yes, Friday Night Magic type of environment, better challenge mode, kitchen table arena, as I like to call it, customizable, interactive, easy to broadcast stream. It'd be so great if we could have that. All right, Oscar agrees with Virus. I have my 16 plots ready to farm grain, SPS and Secure Victoria. Hopeful to see 1.5 soon, but I'm willing to give the team all the time they need for the product to be ready. I admire your patience, Crypto Beaver. Land going to be delayed to 2024 prediction. Hey, you're on the same boat as Darkest Night now. Rebellion coming prediction right after land. Yeah. Darkest Night told me that I can talk about this, or at least I believe he did. But okay, let me share with you guys. Okay. He's had a lot of frustrations with the delays, with the false promises, with not false promises, but just like the broken promises, with the lack of information, all this stuff. All right. And he's been saying it publicly, right? So I'm not sharing any earth-shattering material here. But what I told him, and I'm repeating to you guys now, is I still view him as like the player's player, right? He has spent more money in this game because he doesn't care about the value of his assets. He doesn't care about getting a return. He just wants a fun experience. He just wants a fun game to play. And for the last couple of years, or last 3 years now, for him, Splinterlands has been like a super fun game to play. But he's gotten to a point where he's had enough. And that's my fear. That's my fear, because if you can lose a player like Darkest Night, you're in trouble, because he's the one being a net positive for the system, whereas all of us are leeches to a certain extent, right? I sell my ice cream money every week. So it's like, at the end of the day, if you're going to lose people like him, that's scary for me, right? Just being honest with you guys. All right, Rebellion coming prediction right after Land. I don't think Rebellion's coming until we can clean up all the chaos packs. I think I even made a video about this, right? We have look at how many chaos packs there are. There's almost 3 million of these things selling for $1.29. So if you're a new player coming in, there's two problems with this, right? If you're a new player coming in, you're looking at this and saying, well, why would I buy a $4, or maybe plus $4 plus Rebellion pack when I can just go and buy a Chaos Legion pack? Well, why would I even care about this? First of all, you have to assume we're getting new players in, right? And then for remaining players, yes, we're going to go in and buy it. But how do you incentivize new players coming in to go and buy it? Well, then the flip side of this is, all of a sudden, there's got to be some significant new abilities or power creep or something that's going on with Rebellion that makes you say, no, I have to have these cards. I have to pay 3 times more for a pack of Rebellion than for a pack of Chaos Legion, because these cards are just so OP. The problem this creates is people lose interest about the game. Plus, there's more chance that people will just dump on the next bull run and just stop playing. Yeah. Thanks, man. Things are good. I'm glad to hear that, Dragon. Rain or shine, it's always a good time after Sound's house. You know me. We're just here to have fun. That's all it is. So thank you, Supreme Victory Network, and all the folks bringing some positivity to the stream. It was a real blah kind of morning for me. You know what? Since we're being totally real this stream, like I was like getting ready this morning, and I was like, okay, mapping out my day and bunch of things I'll have to do after this, and I was just like, I don't know if I want to stream, right? And I was like, if I do stream, I kind of want to stream playing Parallel. But I just felt like that was not the appropriate thing to do. I like having these streams Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, so that we can talk about Splinterland stuff. But I don't know, man. I've been going through that where it's just like, and again, it's like, it's a blahness. All right. I'm not trying to throw shade. It's just a blahness. I am excited for Land. I'm just tired of... Oh, this is the perfect way to put it. I am excited for Land. I'm just tired of being excited for Land. So I'm excited for Tower Defense, but I'm just tired of being excited for it. I'm excited for GLG as well, but I'm just tired of being excited for it. It's like at this point, I like this morning I was going through and I'm just like, okay, you know what? I don't know if I'm going to stream. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. But then I was like, I'm not going to stream this weekend. So let me hop in and just check in with folks, see how things are going. I'll stick around for, an hour or something. But thank you guys for coming and hanging out. This is a good reminder that this game to me is really just about the community. It's fun, but I get so much more value from having fun conversations with you guys. Anyway, this stream is supposed to be about hype and being positive and stuff, but yeah, personally, I'm back to Web 2 at this point. Fair enough. I've been wondering if resources will have different rarities. Maybe. Well, I don't know if you saw that video that I said for Land 2.0, but if you look and see how many plots of whatever, are, different types of terrains, I would start to load up on the ones that don't have as many. I get it too. Legendary Dragons Battle Helper was trying to jump in where Xbot stepped out. Interesting. So I've been playing the game Pixels, which is kind of like Stardew Valley. You can play totally for free, or you can buy a farm. Virus, do you know who still uses Battle Helper? Yeah, so again, I only know of Immortal Gods and Legendary Dragons as well. But I don't think it'd be difficult to make a private one. And in fact, I wouldn't be surprised if we start to see that. Cosmos. That's why the bot ban and Battle Helper proposals are timed poorly. They should come after the gameplay gets improved. We shouldn't be pushing people to play a stale game because they get burned out. I don't know if that I agree with that, Cosmos. I understand where you're coming from, but I don't know that I agree with that. I think a lot of people appreciate the fact that those did get passed. Now it just comes down to how quickly can they implement something like that. Because I'll be honest, the gameplay's still fun, right? Like, it's weird. It's weird for me as somebody that like jumps in and out of games all the time. It's weird that the game still has value. And here's something that, like, you know, I've been talking about Parallel for a while, but it's just like, I can't do with Parallel or any other, you know, long form TCG what I do with Splinterlands, which is actually really distracting for me, and I need to stop. And I'll be honest, I'm very much considering renting out my deck until Land comes out, just because I have a lot of stuff going on right now that I need to take care of. And I keep coming back, and every time I pass by the computer, I'm just like, oh, whoa, let me just hop in a game here, right? I need to do my 24 battles anyway. Let me just like do 1 or 2 games. Whereas I can't necessarily do that with Parallel, right? I can't do that with Gods Unchained either. It's a game I tried out a while back. So there's still value in having that. And I think that GLG could be the same thing, right? Because GLG has that kind of short, addictive feedback loop to it. But you know, we're not at, you know, the fully released version for that quite yet. Reduce the print rate 5x to bring the value to the next set. Well, see, but then, so I don't think that you're wrong, Virus. I think we should see a smaller set for Rebellion, but then it's just like everybody who got in during Chaos will feel super cheated. Like, Chaos is going to be the dead set. It's fun chatting with you. Rift Summoner, it's good chatting with you. And you as well, Dragon. Thank you, guys. We have some awesome people here. That's why I love the fact that this channel has grown into more than just like Splinterlands, and actually, sorry, more than just gaming. For the people who can appreciate all the silly conversations we have on the conspiracy theory streams, like, I don't know, it's just good people, man. It's just good people. So I know I keep talking about like us doing the Atlanta meetup, and Virus, I will get the date finalized for that. I need to send out a message today, but there's just a lot of really cool people, similar mindsets, similar, you know, viewpoints. And my hope is that, you know, no matter what happens with Splinterlands, and I'm not saying that in a negative way, right? I think they're going to be fine. But no matter what happens with Splinterlands, I have become much more committed to like the channel just because there's such cool people here. There's no way to question management professionalism when release dates are wrong in this magnitude. Land was promised in December for March, then for June with Soulkeep and GLG, then July. Yeah, GHFC, you're not wrong. I've been fed up with Splinterlands for day 1, but still here for some reason. It's because you're overexposed. like a lot of people here. You got a lot of Splinterlands assets and you want them to moon. There's no way not to question. Oh, okay. Oh, you just repeated your comments here. Yep. I mean, you know, Splinterlands is still very like startup mentality, but I would say that they're in a better position now. Once Land is out, well, it's just people, you know why people are feeling extra salty? It's because, well, Land, you know, they missed the June thing, and then they missed the Mav thing earlier this week or earlier this month. Like that was kind of like that was rough. But the Soulkeep is another one where it's just, you know, it was soon in July to very soon at the end of July to we're gonna get the code, and then, you know, now it's like there's something going on with Double Coconut. So I think once we can get past this, there will be a better like cadence, right? And I did a video on this saying that I really liked. I had a lot of fun in the first quarter of this year, January, February, March, because we were getting like a new rule set added in, a new different things to spice up the game every week or every 2 weeks. It was actually a lot of fun, and we just kind of got away from that because the team had to go all in on land. So it's like once land is done, I'm optimistic that we'll get to a better place. Let's be honest, remove any monetary aspect from SL, and that would be gone a long time ago, sadly, and now the delay affects the economy and the speed at which the game gets more attractive to new players. You're not wrong. Like, I'll tell you this. And this is, so for the entirety of last year and even for this year, I probably had a naively optimistic view that Splinterlands could buck the trend of the bear market, that we could create our own bull run with the sellout / burnout of chaos, with the launch of land. Like, I don't believe any of that now. And again, it's not a Splinterlands thing. It's a entire macro economy thing, or gaming, crypto gaming thing. Like, you haven't seen any game that has been able to buck the trend where that game is doing well, right? Gala had a nice 2x pump at some point, which was cool, but Axie's just kind of following the market. Illuvium's just kind of following the market. Star Atlas, I haven't been paying as much attention there, right? Like, there's no game that's really, really thriving at this point. So that made me much more realistic on Splinterlands and gave me a much better time preference to pay attention to. So when I look at Splinterlands, to your point, is this, if you remove the money, are you going to get people to come in and play it? I don't know. I'd like to believe so, but gameplay is somewhat basic, and there's a lot of things I want to be added in, but it all just depends on what people's preferences are. So when I look at Splinterlands, my time preference now is out 2 years, right? Maybe even 2.5 years, to the end of 2025. And so it's like, if we can go through, hopefully, what will be another bull run after the Bitcoin halving next year, and Splinterlands can gain some traction, and we can prove that people will come in and people will stay because the ecosystem is fun, has a lot of different options: land, trading card game, or auto battler, and Soul Keep, and whatever else they may add in over the next 2 years. If we can prove that the ecosystem will continue to grow, then that's going to be very bullish long term. But I think we're all going to be in a position like a couple of years from now, mid 2025, where we're looking at this, and there'll be other options out there. There'll be other games, there'll be other projects. So that's kind of time preference that I'm looking at here for Splinterlands. I want to see where they end up, and I'm willing to ride this thing out for 2.5 years or so. Conspiracy theory, or well, I'm glad you enjoy it, Rift Summoner. We have fun too. John, this music gets stuck in my head, but in a good way. That's good. I've had only one person complain about the music in the past, so if the music bothers you, let me know. Which make it hard to just hodl and hope they won't kill the game for us. They're not going to kill the game, guys. You're being a little too harsh right now. Stella Fantasy can break the trend. Stella Fantasy just went up 11% in one day. Wow. Just released mobile. I'm in a good mood because a small $10 SPL owner minnow like me has become a whale thanks to Stella. Hey, good for you, man. Yeah, Stella's pretty sweet. I should jump back in. The problem is I'm not in a position right now where I want to go in and just buy massive amounts of assets in other games, especially in unproven games. It's like, fool me once, right? But I do want to just be a participant. Same thing with land, right? Where it's like, I just want to be a participant. So I was going through on OpenSea and checking out some of the cards available for Parallel TCG. I should probably do the same thing with Stella, although I don't know if you guys are following the Binance FUD, and I know we're kind of past that, but I'm wondering what the exposure risk for the BNB chain would be if Binance actually goes under. Because I think it's worth considering. Again, not because I think that Binance will go under, but we've seen other exchanges fail. So if it were to go under, and the reason I'm focused on Binance versus any other thing is because Binance is closely tied in with one of the top chains out there, the BNB chain. So I just don't know how that would impact everything that lives on the BNB chain. So for example, like I have stuff in the BUSD DEC pool that I'm highly considering taking out at this point. SPS is a natively BNB chain token. I don't know if people knew that. It is not a Hive-based token. It is natively on the BNB chain and bridged to Hive, bridged to Ethereum. So that's just something that I'm keeping an eye out because because whenever the Bitcoin maxis start talking about exchanges failing, I take it with a grain of salt, but I'm just like, oh, they haven't been wrong before. I remember seeing a lot of them calling out Celsius. A lot of them are calling out FTX. So I don't know. That could be me buying actually a significant amount of DEC. Oh, I guess I could just wrap the BUSD in something else. I don't know. Just thinking out loud here. You don't need to buy anything in Stella. Just play for free and earn. Why even spend it all when you can earn for free? Wait, what? All right, fine, Rift Summoner. I'm gonna. You know what? I haven't done a Stella Fantasy stream, have I? I think I played it once. That might be fun to do. We'll see if we can set up some time for that. Because Stella does look really good. And it feels really good. It feels like a legit game that people would play just because it's fun. All right. So where are we at? Oh, everything's going down again. Oh, come on, Bitcoin. Don't do that to me. We're closing in on 10% burned or going to the Dow for Rift Watchers packs. That'll be the burn by Sunday. Anybody else need to still upgrade their Rift Watcher cards? Because I know I do. All right. I'm never going to max out my Rift Watcher set, but I think there are definitely cards that I want to max. Oh, wait. Why am I on market? Oh, whoops. I was like, what's going on? All right, here. So owned. It's like, okay, so I want to get, all right, legendaries, level 2, level, I'd love to at least get them to gold, because I can see myself in the future dropping down to gold when Rebellion comes out. But there are certain cards here, like, for example, Bramble Pixie. I want to get it to level 6 so that I can get the heal, and then it'll actually have some use case for me. When does he get? Yeah, see another one, level 6. So it's like I'm close there, because he's at level 4 right now. But this stuff just gets exponential, and I want to get Reflection Shield. That's level 6. Oh, I want to get him to what, level 6 also? Oh no, just level 5. Okay, so I need to get on level 5 for Snare. And then let's go to rares. See, when does he get? Okay, so see level 5. So all these get, like, this is what I talk about. The game opens up so much more in gold. You get the triage there. You get the cleanse here, which is clutch. What does watercolor get? Oh, probably, yeah, reflection shield. So it's like just getting them to gold level would be good enough for me. Queen of Crows, another solid one for all those ranged only. Well, I do have a level 3, right? Yeah, just barely. But damn, if you get this to level 7, that thing is brutal. Yeah, I actually think I'm probably going to end up dropping leagues at some point. Sorry, not at some point. If and when there's a new set out. Most likely Rebellion, unless there's a promo set, which actually for the promo set I probably wouldn't care too much. But once Rebellion comes out, I wonder what it's going to look like, because I can't go in heavy and get a max set right off the bat. So I'll probably end up dropping leagues to silver first, maybe gold, depending on what the power creep for Rebellion looks like. Any other cards here worth looking at? Oh yeah, this has Reflection Shield too. Oh, the cleanse for this dude. Yeah, so much. All right. Oh, there's a lot of chat here. Sorry, guys. Spending and selling just to save time, but anything a whale buys free to play can eventually grind. Actually, that's awesome. All that to say, we're all super hyped right now. DC to play Flywheel Moon Lambo soon. We'll get there. I'm confident that we'll get some kind of Flywheel action. Just not what people are expecting probably until next year. I do too. Missing most of Rift Watchers. I blame this land thingy. Whee! All right. I just maxed out my Queen of Throws. Needed the help in range only. Yeah, that one's clutch for that. So Flaviano, what's going on, man? Long time. Why not offer players to swap chaos for a new promo pack? Wouldn't that be interesting, Crypto Beaver? But who's benefiting from this? If the team is going to put out a promo pack, it's got to still cost money. They got to make some revenue, right? But it's not a terrible idea. I mean, we're all about like burning cards and all that, right? But it's like there's also a lot of Chaos Legion packs out there. Imagine if like a Chaos Legion packs got you a discount on Rebellion packs in the future. But then it's just like, what are vouchers doing? Voucher's supposed to be that thing. Tom, what's going on, man? Good to see you here. We're just hanging out, checking out some cards. You know what? Let me hop into a game here. And then you guys can watch me rage quit. Because I think I've just completely lost a bunch of stuff this morning. Or a bunch of games this morning. All right. You guys can be my battle helpers too, since it's not outlawed yet. Okay. Well, we know what they got in the mix here. It looks like they got a fully maxed deck. So I think we're going to go water. Some speed, some sneak, some blight, and then yeah, let's go with him. The Zenith Monk. All right, 25 mana. Let's see what happens. Oh, my neck is still killing me. I've been checking lands to see if anybody is pushing majorly for surveying or claiming with it around the corner, but I have not seen that yet. I guess we'll have to wait until there's an official announcement or it actually comes to Mavs. All right, let's see. Going up against some heavy melee. It's not unexpected. Okay. So what I really need, nobody's coming in for the sneak attack on him. I need Pelakor Bandit to hit that thing first turn. If he doesn't, I think we're in trouble. Because I don't like that stun. But I have a feeling that the dodge is going to make me miss. And then your raise isn't going to pull his weight. There's the stun. Oh, no, never mind. My boy's proving me wrong. Okay, but at least we got the stun out of there. Oof. Ah, nice. All right, take him out. He's dead, so that's no bueno. Oh, that was a clutch miss. Clutch miss. All right. Because now he's dead. I needed to hit that Actually, poison didn't matter. But we're still dead. God, I hate this game so much. All right. There's that. You can see my awful losses. Look at this. String of losses leading to a draw. All right, we'll do one more. Oh. Magic's going to be a big deal this game. Potentially. Yeah, let's go with Earth. We'll distract everybody with that. Boom. 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 What other big boys do we have? I suppose that's it. Okay, I'm going to go with Rooney just because he's fun to play with. See, this is where it'd be nice having a level 6 Junker, so I need to grab that. Damn, all right, I guess I'm just going with... I guess I'll just go with Regal Periton. This is not going to end well. I can already tell I'm going to lose this. All right. While we wait for that, let me see. Fire says there's so few plots available in Area 51. I think someone just bought or took down the magical plot that was for sale. Ooh, nice. Vet V or Brandon is a new neighbor for us, Virus, in 51-3. So make sure you welcome him to the neighborhood. That's pretty awesome. Battles are so much harder now. Sometimes I'll have massive losing streaks. It's crazy. I've been in free fall yesterday and today back down to Diamond 2. Seems harder when the brawls are on. Virus or region you're sitting in. So how do you like Parallel so far? Got potential? So I'm in the process of reading the white paper, which is very long. The game is refined very nicely. It's just, again, one of the benefits that I think Splinterlands has going for it is the fact that it's quick gameplay, right? You just don't have that anywhere else. So I need to sit down and actually focus on a game for Parallel, which I'm probably only going to do when I can stream. I have been playing a little bit just to get a better feel for it, but one of the things that I'm considering, and this weekend probably won't work, but is actually like setting up some times to do more streams for that. But what I like about it, at least from what I read in the white paper, is they're pushing for a whole ecosystem as well. So it's like Parallel. Actually, what's interesting is Parallel is just one game on the Echelon Prime or Echelon Prime system, right? So they use that token as their rewards, but the token is it's like for the Echelon Prime Foundation. It's a completely separate thing from the game itself, or at least that's what it seems like early on. But the plan is similar to something like a Splinterlands, where you're going to have this foundation that encourages and incentivizes like games and platforms to come in and build on there utilizing the token, and then they're already doing some type of governance as well. So the Prime token offers that governance for people. I have all my 51. Cool. Hey, Pals, what's going on? You requested to join Gankland. You mean you have to play the game? SL got you lazy. No, I've been playing. Stun is so underrated. Yeah, that actually sucked. All right, let's see. God damn it, I'm not going to be able to hit this guy. I can already tell that I lost. All my guys are just too slow. Oh, we hit him. We hit him with the affliction. Oh my god, and then you miss? Bro, not cool. Oh, we needed to hit that. Cause then actually wait, actually this might be to my benefit. Oh, if we can't hit that dude. All right, there we go. Take him out. I'm sorry, I underestimated you, team. You made this much more interesting. I think we have a shot. You did it. You did it. So proud of you. I don't know if it was Dr. Blight or the Goblin dude, but whoever hit that affliction, clutch. Get out of here, Venator Kinjo. So I'm getting about 5 SPS per win. Now that was with 2 promo cards. Shoot, that was with 3 promo cards. What was the third one? Oh, Rooney. Amazing. All right. Discussing Splinterlands. What are we depressed about today? Oh, I'll let the chat fill you in. We're not depressed. We're just all hyped out. We're just tired. Can you tell us a bit about what you have going on in Region 51? I don't even know who my neighbors are outside of 51-3. So I couldn't tell you, Tom, but I just know we're going to have a party in Area 51. 5 SPS per fight is kind of good, though. Yeah, I mean, it's what, 10 cents right now? It's not bad. Let's see here. This isn't going to be perfect, but in terms of like how much I can claim. All right, so this is like 1 day's worth for me. We're at about 78 SPS. So that's not bad. If at this rate I'm pulling in, I try to go for what, 10 chests? 10 chests, 12 wins ish. That's not bad. It's making my, what is it, $1 a day ish. Did you say if you're putting Holy Autotune online? I haven't decided yet, Virus. I really enjoy playing with him. And I have 3 Rooney and 3 land. So I think initially I probably won't. I think I'll throw the other 2 Rooney on there. And then just leave one land Rooney list, which means I need to grab 50,000 DEC in order to utilize that land to its full potential. But I'm even holding off on that for now. But hopefully we'll get to a point where I can just burn the SPS that I get from winning or LPs or something. Don't have to worry about it. Oh man, when this fly, I think we'll start to have some fun. Because this number is going to be super fun to watch go up. Oh, where is it? Here it is. Almost 3.6 million SPS burned so far to turn into DEC. But it's just not enough. Just not enough. Oh, here's a fun exercise. Let's see if we can do this now. Or maybe I'll make a video later, or maybe I'll do both. What did I say it's going to get us to get the peg? Oh, no. That's not what I meant. We are at currently 4.6 billion. But we have about 85 in the Dow. So let's just say we're at 4.5 billion, which means we need another 3 billion DEC. All right. So we need 3 billion DEC if land were to be fully utilized and there's no DEC anywhere else in the ecosystem. So in order to get there, we would need 3 billion DEC, which is times 0.001 at peg. So it's $3 million worth of SPS. So if you divide SPS by, let's say, what is it, 2 cents? No, we'll just say, we'll say up to 2 cents. So 0.02. In order to get the amount of SPS we need for land, the amount of DEC we would need for land total, at these prices, or assuming SPS is at 2 cents, which it's not right now, so we'd probably burn a little bit more. We would need 150. We would burn 150 million SPS to get to that point. So, question then becomes: is that enough to really move us anywhere significantly with SPS when you have 662 million staked, but 445 million liquid, of which we'll say like 100 million is owned or is held in the Dow? Yeah, there you go. 100 million is held in the Dow. Yeah, that's significant, I'd say. Seems like it. Is it going to get us to $1? No. I mean, if we burned 150 million SPS, that'd be pretty sweet. But then we'd have, we'd still have 950 million tokens out there, which means $1 SPS would signal almost $1 billion market cap, which we're not gonna hit, at least not before a major bull run. Cool. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna hop off. As always, this was super fun. I as I said earlier, I will not be able to stream live on Sunday morning as per usual. I might try to sneak one in tomorrow, but maybe that'll be Stella Fantasy or Parallel, because I do want to spend more time in those games. But if I'm going to do it, I might as well stream here and chat. So we'll see if I can do that tomorrow morning. But otherwise, have an awesome weekend, guys. Hopefully we'll have some fun stuff to chat about next week if land is on the map server. But yeah, otherwise I'll catch y'all later. Peace.